What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. Those that are tuning in that's just joined me in my YouTube channel. I do sports videos every Sunday. I started it back in August. Prediction of Floyd versus McGregor. I predicted Floyd will win 12 rounds by decision. Second one was the AFC East. My prediction of the Patriots will win the division and get a first round bye. Third one was the post-fight reaction to the Floyd McGregor fight. It happened the opposite of what I predicted. It was a 10th round stoppage, but I did predict Floyd to win. I didn't predict the stoppage though. The fourth one was my predictions for the AFC other division rounders and winners, and who would win the first game on the Thursday night. I predicted the Chiefs game versus the Patriots. I predicted the Patriots would win that one, but as we saw what happened, the Chiefs won it. It was 42-27. Last week, I predicted the NFC division winners and who would win week one. I got to give kudos to myself, man. Week one, I was 9 for 12. I love football. I love everything about sports. So I'm shocked at a lot of predictions that I thought was going to happen didn't happen. Like, I didn't see Jacksonville land a smackdown on the Texans like they did. I thought the Texans would really win that game because of defense, and I thought I knew Watson would come in eventually. I knew Savage wasn't going to really do too much for them, but I knew that was eventually going to be Watson's team. But to my surprise, Texans went down. And I'm trying to think of another one that I predicted that didn't happen. Oh, I predicted Arizona would beat Detroit, but we saw what happened. Detroit, you know what I'm saying, took them to the Woodhouse. And then, of course, the first one I knew for sure was going to happen, the Patriots and Chiefs, as we saw. Chiefs took them boys to school in the second half. Took them to school in the second half. So I was 9 for 12. And those of you that follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, I predicted Thursday that the Bengals would edge the Texans. I'm 0 for 2 on these Thursday night games right now. I just knew for sure the Patriots would win that game, but Bengals I predicted would edge the Texans. But what happened? The opposite happened. Texans won. It was a close game, but it wasn't Cincinnati. So I'm going to do something a little different, something a little fun from now on each week. Sponsored by my favorite system, Xbox. Don't hate PlayStation fans. I'm going to use Madden 18 as my guide as I'm talking to you guys about my prediction for week 2. So as I told you guys before, I predicted the Bengals and Texans. Cincinnati lost that one, so I'm 0 for 1 right now. Hopefully, I can overdo my record of last week, but we will see how it goes. So moving right along, that was the very first game. The next thing they got up is the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to go with Baltimore in that one. I don't think Cleveland played Pittsburgh pretty tough in that first game. But Pittsburgh came out victorious last week as I predicted. Baltimore, I believe, is going to be too much for them. I didn't realize Flacco was playing the game. So they shut down the Bengals last week. I'm going to say Baltimore. But again, as rivals, you never know. It depends on who show up. So I'm going to still say Baltimore in that one. I don't think it's going to be as close. I think Baltimore will pull it out. But kind of keep an eye on Cleveland defense. They kind of making some noise a little bit. But I'm going to go with Baltimore in this one. Okay, next one we got the Bills and the Panthers. I'm going to say Carolina. I think Cam is going to have a redemptive year. I believe it'll probably be close in the beginning. You know, a lot of times with these NFL matchups early on in the season, everybody looks decent for some teams. But everybody looks pretty decent. They look like they're going to hang in there or whatever. But as you get further on, you see teams' true colors, things happen like injuries and so on and so forth, distractions, dysfunctions, everything. But I'm going to go with Carolina in that one. I got Carolina over Buffalo. You got the Cardinals and Colts. Now, Andrew Luck is out, for those of you who may not know. He's out. I probably would have picked them in a closer game if he was playing. But I'm gonna say Arizona's gonna redeem themselves this week after the thrashing they took last week. Um, Colts didn't look that hot in the first one as expected, so I got Arizona winning that one. You got Titans and Jazz. Now, see, when I saw this one, I kind of scratched my head a little bit because I thought the opposite would happen. Well, I wouldn't say that because I picked the Raiders over the Titans. I expected the Jazz to go into this game 0-1, but they're 1-0, and the Titans are 0-1. I got a feeling, though, that Tennessee is going to win this one. I'm going to give it to the Titans, but you got to kind of keep an eye on Jacksonville. I think they're doing something a little different here. They loaded up on the defensive side, but I got Titans winning that one. I'm going to give the edge to Titans, Tennessee. And then the next one, we got the Eagles and we got the Chiefs. Oh, boy. Homecoming for Andy Reid. Well, not at home, but it's at Kansas City. But for those of you who know, Andy Reid used to coach the Eagles for some years. And they ended on a sour note, and he went to Kansas City. And when he came back to Philadelphia and Kansas City, they beat the Eagles. But long story short, I think this one kind of tricky because, see, with the Chiefs, you don't know what you're going to get sometimes. Sometimes you might get that good team that look like, okay, they're going to make some noise. And then you get the times where they don't show up sometimes. I'm going to say, being it's in Kansas City, I'm going to say, I don't know, man. I'm going to go with the Chiefs in this one. I'm going to edge it to the Chiefs. Being it's in Kansas City, it's going to be a close one. That one can be debatable right there. It can go either way, but I'm going to go with the Chiefs on this one. Next one, we got the Patriots, and you have the Saints. I think New England is going to redeem themselves in this one. New Orleans, I don't know what they were doing in that first game. They really didn't use Adrian Peterson. Why, I don't know. And that was a big blow up on ESPN. It was a clip where Peterson was on the sidelines fussing at Sean Payton about, give me the ball, whatever he was saying to him. I think the Patriots are going to redeem themselves this week because they felt like they should have had that game week 1. But what happened? I think a few injuries happened, and Chiefs just took it to them in the second half. Kansas City always played New England tough, but Patriots are going to redeem themselves this week. I believe they're going to redeem themselves this week. Next, I got Patriots over Saints in that one. Next is the Vikings and Steelers. I'm going to go Pittsburgh. I don't think Bradford is going to go in like he did last week, showing out it's a away game. Pittsburgh always is a tough team to beat at home. Pittsburgh easily in that one. Next is the Bears and Buccaneers. Now, Tampa Bay didn't play last week, and Miami didn't play last week due to the situation of Hurricane Irma. So, I'm going to say the Bucs are going to win that game. I believe Tampa Bay is going to be making a lot of noise this year. I believe their defense is going to definitely make a lot of noise. But it's curious to see how they will do, especially with all the hurricane stuff that went on. Because if you look at the Texans and Jazz game, it just seemed like the Texans was out of it. It looked like they were drained and stuff like that from the situation. Understandable. But I got the Bucs winning that one. Bucs in a close one. Bucs taking the Bears in that one. Then you have San Diego at home versus the Dolphins. It's tricky because you never know what you'll get with the Chargers. I'm going to say that's another debatable one. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins on that one. I think the Dolphins will win that one. I'm gonna edge it to them. I'm gonna edge it to Miami. Miami, I need y'all to do y'all thing. I'm gonna edge it to Miami on that one. Next one, you got Jets and Raiders. Jets suck this year. I predicted them in last place in their division. No contest. Raiders gonna win that one. Oh boy, I'm gonna do my team last, so y'all don't think I'm being biased. I do Dallas last. You got Redskins and Rams. Ooh. Redskins really didn't look so hot week 1. I'm gonna say the Rams in this one, but they always play the Rams tough. I'm gonna give it to the Rams. Rams got this one. You got 49ers and Seahawks. 49ers look terrible right now. They're in rebuilding. I got Seattle on that one. Packers and Falcons. It's in Atlanta. You can't really sleep on Aaron Rodgers. They got a healthy team right now. I'm going to say Atlanta in that one. I got Atlanta winning in that one. Falcons going to edge the Packers in that one. It's going to be a close one. Giants and Lions. New York going to win. I believe the Giants will win. I believe they're going to redeem themselves after that smackdown my Cowboys put on them week 1. And that crazy catch by Beasley, by the way. So with that being said, I said all the teams, and I saved the best for last. My Cowboys, but by the way, the Giants and Lions is a Monday night game. But I did my team purposely last because I don't want nobody to think I'm being biased. All right, last but not least, powered by Xbox, Madden, Broncos and Dallas. Oh boy. I believe we're going to win this one. I believe we're going to edge it in a close game. I believe the game's going to be close. Broncos got a tough defense. That defense is still there. Offense, kind of suspect. I believe we will edge it out in a close one. It all depends on how that second half look, how things look. First half, you can kind of go by there a little bit, but things change in the second half. I got us edging in a win against Denver. I think we're going to shock the world and beat Denver. I don't know if they have us the favorites or they have them as the favorites, but being that we won the division last year, they might have us as favorites. I'm not sure. But you cannot sleep on Denver because they still have that defense. I'm going to say we win in a close one. Hopefully no overtime. But I got us edged in the win. So that's all my picks for week 2. Let me go ahead and get a head start to week 3. Last week, I wasn't able to load it up. The Thursday night game for week 3, I'm going to pick ahead of time now. Oh boy, you got the 49ers and Rams. I predicted Rams to win that game. I predicted Niners to lose week 2. I'm going to say, but see, this is a division rival. You never know, man. For my early pick, I'm going to go with the Rams. I'm going to go with the Rams in that one. So that's my early week 3 pick ahead of time because I don't do these videos until Sunday. But that's all my picks for the week. Powered by Xbox and Madden. Favorite system in the world. But that's my picks for week 2. So let me know what y'all think. Who y'all think gonna win? What upsets do y'all expect to happen? What do y'all think should happen this week? Or again, every Sunday I do these videos, these sports videos. Every Wednesday I do encouraging ones. So subscribe, share, check out the channel, tell other people about the channel, man. Thank y'all so much for all the support and telling people about it and the love y'all have been showing. I'm going to keep these things going. Y'all just keep spreading the word. Help me out, spread the word. Because it's people that y'all come across that I may not come across. And y'all can reach those people and tell them about it. So tell them about the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Tune in every week, man. Every week I'm going to have something great. So with that being said, enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. Y'all have a safe weekend. Y'all have a blessed day. God bless.